Hi. Have you ever dreamed of exploring Europe's most vibrant cities, all while staying close to home? What if I told you that just a 2-hour drive from the Algarve, you could be soaking in the rich culture and history of Seville? In this video, we'll show you why the Algarve is the perfect base for European adventures, featuring a day trip to Seville, packed with incredible sights, delicious food, and unforgettable experiences. Join Nick and I as we step inside one of Spain's most iconic bullrings, savor mouth-watering food, and wander through Seville's stunning streets. If you're living in or visiting the Algarve, this is a journey that you won't want to miss. And it really is awesome, living this close to Europe. This close to Europe. Seriously, Nick? We're in Europe. Anyway, okay, so as you can see, far to Seville by road is not that far. It's 2 hours drive away. And the nice thing is that there are no tolls. If you drive to Lisbon, it's just over, it's about 2.5 hours from Faro, and there are tolls. But what we were going to do is something a little bit different. We were going to actually drive to the Huelva train station and then take the train to Seville, just to show you that there are a couple of multiple options. So just to make it clear, there are three main options. One, you can drive 2 hours and 10 minutes, about 200 kilometers to Seville. You can take the bus. It'll take you about more or less 3 hours. It costs you between 8 and 14 euros. Or you can take the train, because the bus goes from Villarreal, Sant Antonio to Huelva. And from Huelva on, that's when the train connections in Spain starts. So you can take multiple variations thereof. All right, so we've just crossed into another country. So obviously you know where we're going, right? And I've got this fantastic chap with me as well.
Olá, tudo bem?
So it's a little bit tense right now because we're supposed to be, our train is supposed to leave at 5:50 and it's now 5:20 and we're still about 10 minutes away from the station. So I'm not sure if we're going to make it. I'm really not sure if we make it. But I really don't want to, speed through Huelva because the Spanish are notorious for tracking and trapping. So I want to try and be legal. Anyway, we'll see if we get there or not. I'm sure we'll get there. Wow, we're just pulling in and I think we've made it, which is exciting news.
We have.
Welcome to Huelva.
Here.
Okay.
Apart from having to put up with you, it was wonderful.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've got Ubers, that's good.
We just arrived on the train, got in an Uber, and we're heading now to our accommodation. So then we're going to go out for a bit of a little drink on a rooftop bar close by and a meal because, it's kind of dinner time. And then hopefully home to bed and sleep. But this guy wants to go for a bit of a party.
When in Rome.
Doesn't look like Rome to me, mate. Give us a quick minute to get installed in our bed and breakfast. Right next to the cathedral, smack bang in the middle of the old town, which is pretty large. And let's talk about a few fun facts. 10 fun facts about Seville. So now the center, as I said, where we are right now, it's one of the largest car-free city centers in Europe. So you can stroll about to your heart's delight without the risk and pollution of cars to bother you. Seville Cathedral is the largest Gothic cathedral in the world and houses the tomb of Christopher Columbus. So there's a lot of history here. And the Giralda, which is originally a Moroccan minaret or a Moorish minaret, the Giralda Tower is now part of the cathedral and is one of Seville's most iconic symbols. So it's right there. Population, there are about 1.5 million people in Greater Seville, with about 6% being foreigners who are mostly Moroccan, Chinese and Romanian. Flamenco. This is the music you've been listening to throughout this video. It's a major hub for flamenco music and dance, with many tablaos or flamenco venues offering mesmerizing performances. The river that runs through it, as you can see, is called the Guadalquivir River, and they constructed all the old Age of Discovery boats right here on the banks of the Guadalquivir River back in 1200, and we will pass a little place tomorrow which I'll mention to you. Seville is often credited with originating tapas culture, with countless bars offering a variety of small plates. There's a spot called Rinconcillo, I think they say it like that, and we were going to go, unfortunately we got sidetracked, but it's right there and you can go and visit yourself. Apparently it's the birthplace of tapas. Whether it really is, who knows. La Maestranza. Seville's Bullring is one of the oldest and most prestigious in Spain. Tomorrow we'll go and take a look at it. And also tomorrow we'll go and visit Triana, where pottery and flamenco is prevalent, and it's a vibrant neighborhood of the city. Now there's one thing that you really need to know if you don't know this already. Seville is one of the hottest cities in Europe, with summer temperatures often exceeding 40 degrees centigrade. It's like a bowl. It's super hot. So just bear that in mind. Those 10 facts are interesting, but they don't let you soak up the feel of the city. So you've got to go there and discover it for yourself. And this exploration that we're having of Seville is not meant to be super uber comprehensive. It's just meant to pique your interest so you can go and find these incredible gems all around. There's so much stuff that we haven't been to. So yeah, it's a big place, lots to discover. So let's go and walk through the city, grab a coffee, and then sink deep into living history at the Bullring.
Making bread and stuff live at this artisan bakery.
So Nick,
Yeah, mate.
we're sitting here in this amazing Bullring, Would you ever come to a bullfight? I'm putting you on the spot, I know.
In principle, I wouldn't travel here to do it if I accidentally was in this place at the time. I think it's still a bit barbaric, you know, in my mind.
Yeah, I've never wanted to do it ever, but now we've come here, it's just kind of interesting. I'd love to do it for a video, for the sensation of it, but
the arena's unbelievably
horrible.
gladiatorial in feeling. Like, it's pretty, like, it takes you back, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's like something out of the Romans.
Yeah, it is. It's gladiatorial. Absolutely, good word.
And it's a cool experience. And I imagine when it's full of the 12,000 people, it's probably pretty fun. But
that doesn't negate the horror of it.
No, and I'm not sure if I can get past that.
Yeah. I don't know how I'd feel, to be honest. Have you guys been? Have you ever been to a bullfight? Let us know in the comments. That was a really deep moment, but breakfast and hunger were driving our intent to get over to Triana. So we've just arrived in Triana, this little neighborhood southwest of the main area of Seville, and just grabbing coffee quickly before we're going to continue our little excursion around Sevilla. What does it feel like to have the best coffee shop in the whole of Seville?
Pues, ¿qué pienso acerca de tener la mejor cafetería de Sevilla? Pues la verdad me siento muy satisfecho de dar este servicio y buen servicio a todo el mundo. My beans is from my best bean is from Brazil, Santa Cecilia.
Santa Cecilia.
Santa Cecilia, Brazil. Is medium high roast. Is 100% natural. And the roast is from Barcelona. It's café de finca.
So there you have it from the mouth of a barista at Coffee Up Cafe in Triana. And, that's the nice thing about a city like this of 1.5 million people, that there are little corners all around the town, filled with fascinating people, interesting products and little markets and stuff. And this Triana neighborhood is actually a really good example of, there's nothing special to see there, but it's just a really lovely neighborhood where people live and people work and people, sell stuff. So we are going to do an overview next week of all the neighborhoods in Seville, and we're going to pop back across the river, check out a couple of hotels, because there's some really interesting hotels over there. And then we're going to come back across the river to Triana and have a fantastic lunch at an Asturian place, actually, in the middle of Seville. And on the way home, we popped into a rooftop bar and watched the sunset. So next week, we're going to talk a lot more about Seville and the food and the places where you should go and see, as I said, some of the hotels. But now let me know something. Have you ever been to Seville? I'd love to hear what your experiences were like, what restaurants you went to, what hotels you stayed at, and that kind of stuff. So let's jump in the comments below and let's have a conversation all about Seville, because it's such a fascinating city. And I love exploring it. More and more and more I go back there, the more there is to explore. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week with more from Seville. All right, see ya. AlgarveAddicts.com. We'll see you next week, but if you need any help relocating to the Algarve, click through to our website, AlgarveAddicts.com. We offer tours, immigration assistance, long-term rentals, and we can buy you a house.